YouTube, what's up? It is the anonymous sneakerhead. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. You guys know the goal. The goal is to hit 500 subscribers by May 15th and then 1,000 by the end of the year. Also, do not forget to follow my Instagram at anonymous sneakerhead. Now, today's video, I'm going to try not to make it a rant, alright? You already read the title, you saw the thumbnail, you know what it is. Now, these are my personal opinions on the hype behind Yeezy sneakers, particularly Yeezy 350s. So, a friend of mine asked me, anonymous, why don't you wear Yeezys? Why don't you have Yeezys? Do you not like Adidas? Do you not like No, it is not. Well, it's not that I don't like Yeezys. It's not that I don't like Adidas. It's that I personally believe that these sneakers, these Yeezys, are all 100% hype. One thing that you guys have to understand about me, in order for me to get behind a sneaker, in order for me to like a sneaker and spend money on a sneaker, and I'll get into particularly spending money a little bit later, but in order for me to spend money on a sneaker, it has to have meaning, it has to have a story, it has to have something behind it, not just a name. And there's a difference between a Yeezy sneaker, a Yeezy Adidas 350, and a Jordan Travis Scott, or a Jordan or an Eminem Jordan, or even the Mark Wahlberg Jordan. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference because it is a Jordan sneaker. Now, when I say there's a difference, as far as just impact is concerned, when you look at all of the Jordan sneakers and the Jordan lines, there could be a particular story to a particular moment in time, traced back to each and every sneaker and why, and there's a story behind each colorway. Now, is that just Nike doing a better job marketing? Maybe, but also, for example, if you look back at just shoes off the top of my head, one of the biggest ones I think of is the Flu Game 12. Here's a great story. Michael Jordan was sick with the flu, went out, had a great game in the NBA playoffs, and then the shoe that he wore became known as the Flu Game 12. My favorite sneaker in my collection, I'm thinking about it because it's right behind me right now, but this right here, the Reebok Kamikaze 2 Shawn Kemp sneaker, Remember the Alamo, 1996, because that was the year that obviously that he wore this shoe in the in the All-Star game, and these were the color themes for the All-Star game. Remember the Alamo, obviously it was in San Antonio, and that's just to give you guys an example of a shoe that's not Nike, that's Reebok doing it. What's another one that I could think of? And even with off colors, like with non-OG colorways. So for example, I just looked back and saw my Black Cat 4. Just the presentation behind the Black Cat 4 you got, and even obviously it's a shoe that Jordan never wore, but it was made because the Black Cat, Michael Jordan, the whole cerebral mind state of Michael Jordan, and getting the shoe, all black box, black paper, that's an experience in and of itself. The Bread 11, we all know the hype behind the Bread 11 and what it meant for Michael Jordan's career. And outside of even basketball shoes, you got the Air Force One and what it did for hip hop. You know what I mean? What it did for hip hop. And then the Air Force One that you can see right here that I have is the Air Force One More Than. It's a collaboration with LeBron James and Uninterrupted, meaning that it stands for something more than being more than an athlete, being more than an entertainer, more than a YouTuber, whatever it is. Even something like collaborations. I got my Supreme Air Force 2s right there. You got Off-White up there. It's a collaboration with another brand. There's something to connect it to. Now, when I look at Yeezys, I just see a sneaker that Adidas made and put Kanye's name on it. Not to say that they're not cool shoes, they're not comfortable shoes. They are some of the most comfortable shoes in the game right now. One of the most comfortable shoes in the game right now. But there's a big but here. It's just a sneaker that Kanye put his name on. If Adidas released a Yeezy 350, say Kanye never existed with Adidas, say Kanye stayed with Nike and Adidas released a Yeezy 350 and it was just called Adidas Boost Prime Knit, would you spend $220 retail for it? Every single colorway came out the same way it did. They even said Supply 350 on the side for the Supply 350 run. Everyone came out the same way, but it just said Adidas Prime Knit 350. Would you spend $400 or $500 resale? Would you even spend $220 retail? And that's something that I don't think, honestly, I don't think you could say that. And even Nike has been guilty of doing this too. I mean, the most recent example I could think of is the Travis Scott Air Force One that just came out. I honestly think if Travis Scott's name wasn't on it, and Nike just released and they called it a patchwork Air Force One, it wouldn't have sold out. It wouldn't have sold out. But especially, even at that, Nike, the pricing would have been $130 maybe, but to spend $220 as a sneakerhead, as a real sneakerhead versus a hype beast, to spend $220 retail, I need to be getting something special. I really do, and you need to convince me to get something special. Part of the reason too is that when you look at, so what's a shoe that I spent? So here's a shoe that I spent $225 on that didn't have any hype behind it. Right here, my Jordan 5 Michigan. Didn't have any hype behind it. Actually, let's not even talk about that one. Let's bring it back to the LeBron 12. Here's a sneaker that I spent $250 retail on. And I still think it's more worth it to buy something like this than it is to buy a Yeezy. Why? Storytelling is a lot easier on not just Nike shoes, but even Adidas shoes that aren't Yeezys. Yeezys have that one piece up top. You can't really do too much with the colorways. They're basically force feeding people the same colorways, and y'all are falling for it over and over and over and over again. You got the triple blacks, right? The pirate blacks, and then you just have the cinders that came out, which is a pirate black with a gum bottom. Then you have the like the yellow zebras or whatever, and then you got the Yizros, and then you got the one time they tried to do something kind of like a what the. So let me get the other shoe just so you guys can see it, because this is the better shoe to me. The only time they tried to do something kind of like a what the situation with different patchworks and everything was with that, what was it called, the Yechel or the Yechel? I don't think anyone ever knew how to pronounce it. But that's the only time Yeezy ever tried to do anything like mixing up pieces of the shoe and putting different colors of a shoe. I'm just gonna reach behind me and grab something random. What's this? What's my hand on right now? Alright, so my Jordan 8, right? There's different pieces that you could do with this, right? You can make this piece one color. You can make this piece one color. You can make the outsole a color. You can make this piece a color. You can make this piece a color. You can make this a different color. The Yeezy is just one solid upper. And it's hard to make different colorways. And there's no connection to it to make me want to spend $220 resale for them. Now, do I want a Yeezy? Yes. If I could get one for retail, I might get one because they're really comfortable. I would probably try to get some in like a black colorway or a gray colorway. They have that Oreo one that's coming out, maybe something like that. But to spend $400 and some of y'all spending $500 on a Yeezy, and to spend $220 every 2 weeks to get a new Yeezy to get the exact same shoe, you're falling for the hype. You're a big. There's no way you could tell me anybody who has a sneaker collection that has more than 10 Yeezys, 10, 15 Yeezys, because after you hit 10 Yeezys, you're just buying the same colorway over and over, basically just with a different name. Whether it's the Lundmarks or what's the other one that looks just like the Lundmarks, or the different earth tones, whatever, they're the same thing. You got the reflective and the non-reflective version. You're buying the same thing for $220 retail over and over and over and over and over again. By the time you do that 4 times, by the time you buy 4 Yeezys, you spent $1,000 and you get no story with it. You know what I'm saying? Jordan 1's price went up this year, you know what I mean, $170, but you're getting a story with it. You're getting, all right, this is the sneaker that got banned from the NBA. This is the Chicago one. This is Jordan's first signature sneaker. This is Jordan's first signature sneaker in another team's colorway, emphasize the rivalry that he had. Even Yeezys don't have any connection to Kanye's music. If you look at, to me, the best Yeezys were the Nike Yeezys, because there were different pieces of them and you could put different colorways together and make them appear different. But to me, all Yeezys look the same in just different shades of each other. If you've seen one Yeezy, you've seen them all. That was basically, I don't even want to call it, might be a Yeezy rant, why I necessarily don't go after Yeezy so heavy. I mean, I'll go after them for a resale because I know people will slurp them up just like you love slurping up Kanye and everything else he does. But I don't know if I call that as a rant as much of it is a little bit about me, and you know what I'm saying, and what I look for in sneakers. So for me personally, the hype is not worth it. I don't see it. I don't get it. I will not spend $220 retail for something. People are like, oh, you're paying for the comfort. Well, if we're paying for the comfort, then to me, this right here is the most comfortable sneaker out right now. Nike React Presto. The React cushioning, I don't care what anyone says, is more comfortable than the Boost cushioning because it doesn't bottom out as quickly. And adding the Presto upper So there were some pretty shoddy uppers before, but adding the Presto upper makes this to me the most comfortable sneaker in the game right now. But that's just my opinion. That's how I feel. I'm not against Adidas. I do love Adidas Boost, and I'll buy some Ultra Boost because they're not going to rate me with the price, and they're going to have different options as far as colorways are concerned. Maybe highlighting one panel, maybe changing the laces, maybe changing the color of the boots, this, that, the third, maybe changing the little cage that goes around it, or the heel, changing the color of the heel counter. There's a bunch of different things you could do with different types of Ultra Boost. But that's my video, man. Take from it what you want. I spoke what I believe is 100% truth right now, at least my truth. But that's it for this video, man. I am the Anonymous Sneakerhead. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video. Do not forget to follow my Instagram at Anonymous Sneakerhead, and never forget, it's all about the sneakers.